Hello, and welcome to another episode of TacoBytes, your Daily Bite of Degen, episode number 741, coming to you live from somewhere, nowhere, South Korea. We are here and we are having a great time. We've had some amazing contacts made, talked with amazing people, and had amazing times. Amazing. Oh my gosh, I've said that word 3 times now, so I don't know who I just summoned. But oh no, it just came to mind who I summoned with that. They're probably going to call soon. So yeah. But anywho, KBW has been an amazing week so far. Have another week here in Korea, so have a lot of work I have to get done with. Have a panel talk Monday at the Korean Artificial Intelligence Association, and have a day to be a tourist and more work. So though we are done with KBW, the job is not done, because not only on top do we have to finish up everything that got done here in KBW, but we have to start, well, we've been prepping, but we have to get everything lined up and ready for Singapore and Token 2049. Are we going to see you there? I hope we do. It is expected to be an amazing turnout. 30,000 tickets, the event is going to be huge. The venue is amazing. The venue is huge, and the side event list is off the chart. So, would it be Token 2049? And would it be an event mecca if Taco wasn't throwing an event or part of a major event? Yes. We have Decentralized AI Day on the 17th, starting at 3 p.m. So if you want to come, shoot me a message. I'll send you the link. Make sure that you come up and have a great time talking open source and decentralized AI. It has been an awesome day with Polygon and Dabble Club, talking Farcaster with different projects, running into people I haven't seen since April in Dubai, and how talking to them about how their projects have changed, or not necessarily changed and pivoted, but grown, from being an NFT collection to being an NFT marketplace, from being a social analytic tool to being a social platform, and all the other cool people that are building really cool stuff. Huge shout out to the WRC Dabble Club here in Seoul, South Korea. Thank you so much for hosting me and having me there. There was a ton of builders, and it was really fun. Sort of culminated in a write your own bingo of Web3 keywords, and there was like 3 winners at the end that all won like $200, and I thought that was sort of awesome. The fact that they had pizza from Jackson's Legendary Pizza and Chicken was actually really good, but the good conversations were deep, and had a lot of fun. Had to run. Was going to be I missed the one of the events that I wanted to get to today was the Cardano constitutional meetup to get ready for the Constitutional Convention in December in Argentina. Unfortunately, I was not able to make that. I apologize, Hosky. I let you down. My bad, boy. I'm a bad dog. But from what I saw, it looked like a good group of people showed up to talk about governance on Cardano and what the age of Voltaire after the Chang hard fork is going to look like. So really cool things are coming, and some really different things are being built out on Cardano. So I think, grab some if I were you, maybe in buying speculative assets, because we are consumers that do that. It's a good solid 4 to 5x, So plus liquid staking, why not, right? Earn more. On top of that, ended up the night at with Iron Capital, Ambassador Investments, and a few other projects that were co-sponsoring this dinner. It was interesting. I did not read the Luma invite until I got there, but it was a pay for yourself type of thing. And I'll be honest, I was actually okay with that. It was like, I'm like, oh, I can sort of have what I want, and it's all sort of facilitated. The hosts are just trying to bring everyone together for a good time. Really literally started out, expanded from like 12 to 24 to like 50 plus people, all sitting around having dinner and having amazing conversations, table hopping, talking to different people from all parts of the different all different parts of the world and different parts of the ecosystems of blockchain. So everything from security to new chains, to me, to VCs, to KOLs, from like Korea, to dev shops from Russia, like just a whole smorgasbord of people. It was Korean barbecue at its finest. I ate a ton of meat, and nonetheless, someone ended up ordering the specialty of the grilled intestine. And so it came out, and I sort of had to learn a little bit more about it. It is rolled in pork fat, wrapped, so it was like basically bacon. And I will be honest, I had to try some of it. I had to. I heard a horrible story about it, but that smell of bacon just had me, baking me crazy. So I had some. It was good. I'm not going to eat it again. Got that one off my list. But there's a ton of amazing other things to have and eat and try out. And so it was a very interesting night. That was followed up by a smaller group from the same event that was sort of like handpicked and just sort of open for those that wanted to go chill up in a rented apartment across the street, to just sort of sit in a more relaxed atmosphere, eat popcorn and talk, and it was really cool. Got to talk with, 7 different people, like really in depth, and then like 10 other people just about things that didn't have anything to do with blockchain. Yes, like any good degen, onboarded a handful of them into Morpheus and even a few into Brave browser that, did not yet know about Brave, which was sad in one aspect, but also, necessary to, inform them about browsing security and safety. And, then going, handing out a couple more tokens to different people so they could have pro accounts on Venice. So I thought that there's a lot of cool stuff going on there, and really excited to sort of see what all of these different people build over the coming years and what they're doing. And so really excited. The night ended as all waiting for Uber. Uber has turned into a waiting game, but I'm catching on the times of when you can get Uber really fast and when you cannot. This was one of those times when I could not get Uber, so I ended up going on a walk to try to be in a better location for Uber. Ended up running into friends from Blue DAO and old friends from Bali Go, which I haven't seen for years, and sort of got kidnapped for a little bit. literally just got kidnapped down the street, in a cab as they were trying to get to a bar. And so, sort of left them once we got to that alleyway and stuff like that. And it was just really good to see people that hadn't seen for a really long time. And just, huge shout outs to you guys. And I'm awesome connecting with you, man. I think you're doing some really cool fucking shit. So keep fucking doing that. But it has been nothing but amazing people here. Really excited to see what's coming up. The market has had its little bit of a bloodbath today. Not like a bad day, but it's, we've been on a sliding slope for the last week. We see a lot of indicators looking at the charts that we're going to hit. I see 47. Other people see 42. But TA is an emotional doodling line mysticism. So what I see and what I doodle will be something completely different from what someone else sees and what they doodle. Do we see these magic lines intersecting and agree in enough ways that, the market's bad or good, or that it's in a moving position? Excuse me. But because, we are sort of in a sell-off, sort of period, it seems like, I would just say, if we look at it in a bigger zoomed out, we're sort of in this weird choppy piece that's sort of staying in this band right now. And, people took profit. People are taking profit. They're selling. They bought at 50. They bought at 25. We can't shame people for selling. If we're shaming people for selling, then why do we call this shit have value and is supposed to hold value rather than just when you say it has value? So it's it's money. Money's supposed to be traded, bought, and sold for things. So people pay mortgages now, selling off their Bitcoin and ETH and other random things, which is really freaking cool. So expect some more of this. We're going to see, another few days. And I'll be honest, the other side of this too, I don't really see us starting to rebound till, I'll tell you 2 reasons why my chart says September 24th. Actually, 3 reasons why. One, that's where my dangling slanted, chart lines sort of hit, but it makes sense for 2 reasons. One, around large conferences, we always see sell-offs because projects, protocols, people have bills that they have to pay for at these conferences. And so they usually pay for them in crypto sometimes, especially the events. The events will take crypto, or they have crypto and they have to send it to employees or pay for things, vendors. And so they have to sell that crypto. We will see that here at KBW, and then we're going to definitely see that in Singapore, followed by, in Singapore breakpoint. So the fact that my doodly lines aim at September 24th as when we start to move back up really runs in line with us and, start of, the end of the cycle for right now of conferences. So do what you want with it. We'll see some really cool stuff, I think, coming up. And no one's losing heart. Everyone's still building, everyone's still developing, and everyone's still pushing out MVPs and products that work to the consumer level. We're trying to onboard your grandma. So we're going to be talking about some cool games coming up. We have some interesting stuff on the security side of things. Man, go and read that article about the recent Trezor hacks. Some creepy stuff. though, everyone sort of has talked about, who cares? I don't care if I lose my device, I'll just import my seed into a new one. Well, now you know what the fears are, is if can happen if someone gets their hands on your Trezor itself. Makes you sort of wonder about Trezor. It's not a bad hardware wallet. Do not get me wrong. This hack only affects the Trezor 5 and 6 based off of one of their new encryption chips, which is really interesting in the fact that the chip itself, if you touch any other wire to this chip, the chip freezes, locks, fries. And that's one of the safety mechanisms, because when you're trying to access a microchip that is not yours or part of the true device, you attach leads to it to be able to send and receive data through it. And so that was one of the triggering devices that they have to burn that chip. So what have these hackers come up with, and has been repeated many times by many universities, and with an announcement from Trezor as well, but using electromagnetic pulses to read and send signals and stuff like that. So some hardcore stuff, big, but it's, broken nonetheless, and they're working on a fix. So that is one thing that you do have to give Trezor a huge round of applause for. They're owning up to it. They're talking all about it. They're talking about how it can be remedied, like protect your device type of stuff, until they get a full fix for it. And I think I saw that they're willing to send some people a new device of like the 3s or 4s that do not have this chip in it, so that if you're really wanting to feel that much more secure, they're trying to take care of you. That's a great shout out, and hats off to Trezor for doing that. That is it for today. We will see you tomorrow. And as always, we end this episode with two things: our words of wisdom and the greatest worst knock joke on the face of the planet. I want to shout out to everyone joining us on LinkedIn, Player One Taco, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Telegram, Rumble, Kick, on-chain via Unlonely on Base, and on-chain via Solana, thanks to Filecoin and Soul Media Tech. We will see you later, but in the meantime, our words of wisdom are always the same. A closed mouth cannot be fed, and you cannot feed a closed mouth, meaning if no one knows you're looking for opportunity, opportunity can never come a knocking. If opportunity does come knocking and no one answers, it's going to keep on walking. And with that, we end with the greatest worst knock joke on the face of the planet, meant for out of honor of those that come before us and respect for those that come after us. Plus, we don't have any other better jokes. But knock. Who's there?